again for us. Doctor, thank you.
My name is Paul Taylor. My occupation, sports writer. My distinction, an intimate knowledge of death. My own. I was dead, clinically, completely dead. And yet, I knew it was happening every moment. I'd been dead for 2 minutes and 37 seconds, and now I was coming back. But there'd always be a difference, for one connection with death was never broken. A connection through which the dead can reach my mind, forcing me to look for a person I've never met, compelling me to protect that person from the world of darkness.
Taylor, go to Woodville. Clara Sanford, Woodville. Clara Sanford.
I'm going.
Clara Sanford.
Please. From the dead without warning, a cry for help. And I've learned I have no choice. There's no rest, no sleep until I listen, until I do help.
Nice, pleasant room, Mr. Taylor. Nice, pleasant town. I think you'll like it here. Everybody likes Woodville. Something wrong?
What could be wrong?
Thought maybe you wanted a different room.
No, this'll do me fine.
The hotel restaurant's open at 5. You want a cup of coffee? Helen's Diner's right down the street.
Helen's Diner. Yeah, okay, thank you. Say, you know a woman named Clara Sanford?
You a friend of the family?
Something like that.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize. You're a little late for the services, Mr. Taylor. They're probably all out at the cemetery now. I think I better put you in a different room.
Why?
This is where her father died. Hung himself from that pipe.
Clara Sanford?
Yes?
Miss Sanford, my name is Paul Taylor. I just wanted to say how sorry I am.
Thank you.
I know this sounds strange, but when you need help, please call me. I'll be staying at the inn. Paul Taylor, remember to call me. Please.
Joanna, you ought to rest. My bag's in the car. Let me give you something.
I can't. Who would take care of Richard? Thanks anyway, Tom. Thanks for everything.
Your aunt's a stubborn woman, Clara. She always has been. That man at the cemetery, had you ever seen him before?
Never. It was strange, wasn't it?
Paul Taylor. Did your father ever mention that name?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Sounded familiar. Well, call me if your aunt needs anything. Or you. Clara, take an old man's advice. Go back home. Get out of this house as soon as you can.
But why didn't he hang himself? How well did you know him? Did you know him? Sister?
What are you, mister? Insurance?
Just curious.
No, I'm not. You know, they're nuts up at that house. They're nuts. Hey, Doc!
The clerk at the inn said I might find you here.
Doc, want a hamburger? Or me?
I remember you played that the last time you were here. You could barely reach the keys.
Aunt Joanna, I know that you and Father didn't get along, but I also know that he loved you. He loved you so much.
And I loved him, too.
Then help me. Help me find out what happened to him.
We know what happened to him, Clara. God rest his soul.
I'm sorry. I just can't believe it.
Clara, it happened. He got into his car at 4 in the morning and he drove to the inn and he locked himself in a room and he hanged himself.
I don't believe that.
I will never think I wanted to believe it. But it happened. The doors and the windows of his room were locked from the inside. The best thing for you to do is to go home and try to forget it.
I can't. I can't just walk out on him like that.
What is it?
Didn't you hear that?
Hear what?
A voice. Somebody whispering. There it is again.
Clara, I didn't hear anything.
Well, then listen. Oh, my God.
You're upset. It's been a difficult day.
But I heard something. I'm sure of it.
It's an old house. There are sounds and creaks everywhere. The best thing for you to do is to go upstairs, lie down and have a rest.
It was so clear.
I told you, you're tired. It's been a difficult day.
I suppose.
Now, you go on upstairs and lie down while I fix a bite for Richard. You'll be starving. Then I'll come back and we'll talk about you going home. All right?
Yes. Yes, Mary.
Try to sleep.
What's your interest in the Sanford family? Research for another book?
I write about sports, Dr. Madsen. Winners. Men who commit suicide are generally losers. Was John Sanford a loser, Doc?
I've read 3 of your books. Even a country doctor can be a sports buff.
I'm not here as a writer.
You had a bad accident not long ago. I remember reading about it.
A motorcycle ejected me.
All right. If it's not a book, what are you after?
For myself, nothing. For Clara Sanford, maybe everything.
What the hell does that mean?
I can't tell you. You wouldn't believe me. It's as simple as that.
Those are people living in that house, and I care about them. Joanna's a sick woman. Hypertension, kidneys. She won't last much longer, and I want peace for her. Which means no writer digging up a lot of lies and gossip.
Hey, get off my back, Doc. There's no story, there's no article, just Clara Sanford. She's gonna be in trouble, and maybe I can help. Please. That may be the only chance she has. Tell me about the dead man.
He and his sister had this big fight. It was Joanna's house, so she threw him out. He didn't come back for a long time. In fact, this is the first time he's been back in 7 or 8 years.
What did they fight about? Doctor, please. It could be important.
They fought about an abortion. Joanna had been raped. Johnny wanted her to have an abortion. She refused. 7 months later, I went up to the house and delivered a son, Richard. That was 25 years ago. He's still living there.
A son? Why wasn't he at the funeral?
You want to help Clara Sanford, go out to that house, pack her bag, and put her on a bus. That's how you can help Clara Sanford.
Milk and cookie time, Richard.
Do you know my father?
Yes, in a way.
In a way? What does that mean, in a way?
Please, I want to help you. No strings.
What kind of help?
I'm not sure. But for starters, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, unusual, in this house, anywhere?
What do you mean by unusual?
Movements, sounds, feelings strange, out of the ordinary.
Like ghosts, you mean?
All right, ghosts. Anything you want to call it.
You're serious? Well, ever since I came to this house, I've had this strange feeling of being watched. But I turn around, and there's nothing. There's nobody.
Anything else?
Today, I could have sworn that I heard a voice whispering, "Go home, go home." That's all it said, "Go home."
Had anything else happened just before you heard the voice? I mean, about your going or not going home?
Yes, I had just told my Aunt Joanna that I wasn't leaving until I found out why Father died. Mr. Taylor, I don't believe my father killed himself.
Miss Sanford, I'm offering to help.
Come on. I want to show you something.
Don't do that to me. Tap the hands, blow your nose, make noise.
I'm sorry.
Is this your grandson, Richard?
Yes.
What's he like?
I don't know. I haven't seen him.
He lives here, doesn't he?
Yes, but he never comes out of his room, and his door's never unlocked. Aunt Joanna says that he's afraid of people.
Does she say why?
No, she won't talk about it. I'll tell you something. I can't wait to get out of here.
No, pack your bags. You're on your way.
Look at this. Look at this note. It was found in the hotel room with my father.
Your father's handwriting?
Well, not exactly. You see, my father never capitalized all in block letters. And look at this word, sorry. It's spelled S-O-R-Y. My father didn't spell like that. Mr. Taylor, he was a stubborn man. Suicide was not his style. But let's say he really did kill himself. Why didn't he do it right here in this house? Why did he bother to go to the inn at 4 o'clock in the morning?
I told you, Clara, suicide is an irrational act. You can't always explain it. I don't think I've met your friend.
Hello, Miss Sanford. I'm Paul Taylor. Your niece has been kind enough to invite me to dinner.
Well, 7th grade math doesn't seem very important right now.
And where do you teach?
In a small town in New Jersey. Lewisburg.
What about your father? What did he do?
He was in real estate.
Johnny was a charmer. He could sell anything.
He wasn't having any business troubles. No personal problems. He'd just been to the doctor. He was in perfect health.
Clara, please.
I understand you have a son.
Yes, Richard. He's a lovely boy. He just had his 25th birthday 2 weeks ago. We had a small party, just the two of us.
I was just thinking, suppose your dad spoke to Richard. Richard might know what happened.
Of course. One of the reasons that he came here was to see his nephew.
Impossible.
Why? What if Father spoke to Richard?
I'm sorry, Clara, but there's not the slightest chance that he saw him or spoke with him.
It's worth a try, isn't it?
Mr. Taylor, my son hasn't been out of his room in 5 years, not once. His door is always locked. I'm the only one he loves, the only one he trusts. There's not the slightest possibility that your father spoke with Richard or even saw him. If it would make you both feel better,
What?
I'll ask him.
Well, what makes you think that Richard would...
What?
Nothing.
No, tell me, what was it?
I thought that someone was here.
Who?
I don't know. But someone.
Clara, please go home. Please.
You know, she's right. You can't stay in that house.
I'm not leaving until I find out the truth about my father.
Clara, you've heard voices. You feel people watching you. There's even some guy upstairs who hasn't been out of his room for the last
Paul. I'm my father's daughter. I'm just as stubborn as he was. Now, I'll lock my door, I'll lock my windows before I go to bed. But I'm staying.
You know the phone number at the inn?
I can find it.
If you see or hear anything out of the ordinary, I want you to call me. I don't care what it is. Anything. Call me.
Paul, why are you doing this?
Because you need me. Call me.
Aunt Joanna? Aunt Joanna? Who is it? Who's here? There's someone here.
World of Darkness will continue.
Paul, it was my face most of all. My face staring at me from the mirror, like some horrible, grotesque, decaying...
What was it? What was on your face?
mascara and lipstick. Eyeshadow, it was smeared all over my face while I was asleep.
I'd like to have a look at your room.
happening again. I feel it.
Someone?
Yes.
Man or woman, can you tell?
No. It's gone.
Whose room is that?
That's Richard's. Aunt Joanna's is at the end of the hall. And here's mine.
Whew.
They're locked. I already checked.
What about that door?
It's a closet. And that door was bolted from the inside. Paul, do you think I was drugged?
Anything's possible. The same spelling, S-O-R-Y. Same block letters for capitals. Same person wrote this, wrote your father's suicide note.
When I woke up, someone was in here. I sensed him. But by the time I turned on the light, he was gone.
This time you said he. You sure about that? Try and remember, man or woman. Come on.
Well, I woke up. I didn't see anyone. I didn't hear anyone, but Yes, I think it was a man.
How many men in this house?
To promise, Richard. I intend to sit here until I get your promise. Just do not want any more trouble.
What are we looking for?
Oh, letter, school book. Something with Richard's handwriting. Why don't you start on this side of the room?
I really don't like doing this.
Keep looking. Oh, I think I already found something.
What?
To my darling mother on Mother's Day, dated 10 years ago. You are the most wonderful person in the world, the only one I ever want to be with. If anyone tried to separate us, they would be so sorry. S-O-R-Y. Come on, let's go.
Where?
I'm getting you out of this town.
Not until I get some answers.
Okay, if you insist.
Why can't you let it rest?
Doctor, I have no intention of letting anything rest.
She means it. I take my word for it, Doctor. She's one stubborn lady.
All right. All right. Your aunt was always frightened, always lonely. And then she had this son. He was hers, and she clung to him. He became totally dependent. It happens. From the time he was little, he never let her out of his sight. Even when he grew up and went to school, he had no other friends. He always ran right back home to her every day. She loved every minute of it. And then she called me one night.
What happened?
He was sick. Johnny's sick. I finally told her the truth. He desperately needed hospital care. But he wouldn't allow it, neither would she. They just wouldn't be separated. That was 5 years ago. I haven't been allowed to see him since. By now, his limbs are certainly useless. Heaven only knows what's become of his looks. I never told anyone.
Tell us.
The affliction of Job, curse of God.
Leprosy.
Paul, take me back.
To your aunt's house? You can't be serious.
I have to know it wasn't Richard. I can't leave without knowing. I want to see him.
No, no way.
Well, then I'll go without you.
You're not only stubborn, you're suicidal. We'll walk the rest of the way and go in the back door.
But how do we get in?
Richard? Richard?
Maybe he's not here.
In the chair.
Richard. Richard, it's your cousin Clara. Richard.
You must die. 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 You must...
Please, Richard. Please, you mustn't be angry with them. Please don't be. Promise me. Promise me you won't be angry with them.
Clara. Clara. I had to do it.
Oh, no, please. Please, no.
Please. Do you remember anything?
No, Richard, but Paul, please untie me. I'm afraid.
Do you remember attacking
Let me go, Paul.
Clara, have you ever heard of possession?
Let me go, Paul!
Listen. Richard is dead, but something of him remains here in this house.
Oh, just untie me, Paul, please. Please.
He can take over your body. He can seem to be you.
You're crazy.
Just a few minutes ago, he tried to kill me. He tried to use your body to kill me.
Those things don't happen. They just don't happen.
He took over your father's body. He went to the inn, wrote a note, and hung himself. He took over your body, tore this room apart, painted his face, your face, and scrawled a message on the mirror.
Paul, I beg you, just untie me. Untie my hands and my legs.
He's here. Don't you him, Clara. He's here, and he's waiting.
But that's impossible.
Maybe his power inside the house. Maybe if I get a doctor here, he'll put you to sleep and get you out.
I don't believe you.
You heard his voice. You felt him around you, watching you. Do you feel him now?
Please, Paul, please.
Do you feel it?
Please,
Try.
please. Let me have it. Here.
Try. Try. Do you feel him? Now you know.
Why me? Not you.
I don't know. The blood connection, maybe. I have to call a doctor.
No, please don't leave me. Don't leave me alone.
You right?
Don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone!
It no longer works, Mr. Taylor. I'm sorry I can't let you leave.
Now be careful with that thing, will you?
I can't allow anyone else to come here.
Your niece is upstairs. She needs help.
I can't allow it. Richard is too angry. You should never have gone into his room.
What does he want?
He wants to be with his mother. He's a good boy, Mr. Taylor. He doesn't want to hurt anyone.
What are you talking about? He killed your brother, didn't he?
He's a good boy, I told you.
Why? Why did he do it?
I love my brother, Mr. Taylor. I loved him very much. I didn't want anything to happen to him, but Richard is so frightened. He needs to be with me. No! I don't want anyone else to be hurt.
Why did Richard kill your brother?
He saw Richard. And he was going to have him put into the ground. They would have taken him away. And then they would have taken me away. We would have been separated, Mr. Taylor, and I promised Richard that that would never happen.
Paul? Where are you, Paul? Answer me!
I'm here.
Well, hurry! Please, hurry!
He's going to kill Clara. And he's going to kill me. And
So is that what you want?
Oh, no. No. I don't want him to do anything else bad.
Then help us, please. My car's at the end of the driveway. Let me bring it up to the door. I'll get Clara down, and we'll go away. And we'll never say anything.
I want to trust you. I don't want him to do anything else bad.
Then help us, please.
You won't bring anyone else back in?
No one.
You won't tell anyone?
No.
Then hurry.
Don't untie your hands. I'll be right back.
Hurry!
Mother, hurry, Mother. I heard.
Mother. Mother. Help me.
My baby. My poor baby.
Mother, I heard. Untie me, please.
Everything will be all right, Richard. They'll go away, and then everything will be just fine.
But I just want to put my arms around you. I won't hurt them. I promise I won't hurt them. I just want to put my arms around you, Mama.
Clara? 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 Richard. Richard. Clara.
There is no Clara.
Dear God.
And there'll never be a Clara. Or a Paul Taylor.
Richard. Don't. I told your mother.
You told my mother that you'd go away. And that you'd never say anything. Well, I don't believe you. Even if she does.
It's true.
I told you I don't believe you. You'll come back. And you'll bring people. And they'll take me away. And they'll take my mother away from me. And I'll be without her. And I can't let that happen.
And if you kill us, you think it won't happen then?
No one will ever know.
You think they won't miss us? When you killed her father, you took him away from here first. But you can't do that with us, can you?
Shut up. I want you to shut up.
People will come here, and they'll swarm all over the place. And they'll find your room.
I told you to shut up! I'm going to be with my mother.
No, Richard, don't! You promised me. You said you wouldn't hurt them.
But, Mama, they have to die. It's the only way.
I can't let you do it. I can't let you do it, no! No!
Oh, Mama, please! Mama! Don't! Mama, please, don't! Mama! No, Mama! Mama! No!
She stopped in the only way she could. She went to him.
Oh, my God.
They're together now.
Paul? Was it my father? I know that sounds absolutely insane, but was it my father who sent you here?
Well, let's just put it this way. I got a call. Unexpected. I've had him before, and I'll probably have him again. But right now, I'm more interested in a 7th grade math teacher from, whatchamacallit, New Jersey.
Lewisberry.
Hell yeah. Oh. More questions?
No, I was just wondering about Aunt Joanna. I hope I'm never that lonely.
Oh, not a chance. Anyway, I don't think she's lonely now.
Well, she's dead. Who knows what that's like?
Some of us might.
Tuesday night, the battle goes on in Korea, but most of the fighting is concentrated within the MASH unit between Hot Lips and her nurses. Enjoy MASH Tuesday at 9.
Is concentrated within the MASH unit, so enjoy MASH Tuesday at 9, 8 Central Time, right here.